my channel. My name is Rose, and if this is your first time stopping by, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any more videos. In today's video, we're going to be making a black bean and rice patty, and we're also going to be doing a garlic sauce, and it's all vegan and delicious, so stay tuned to find out how to make it. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and get started by making our garlic sauce. So for the garlic sauce, you're going to need half a cup of cauliflower, and I went ahead and already cooked it. So I boiled it / steamed this in a pan with just some water in it until it became really nice and tender. And you're also going to need some cooked garlic, and the reason we're using cooked garlic is because we don't want that raw garlic taste. So I just went ahead and put this on a pan with some oil, which we're also going to be using a tablespoon of that oil in our mix, and I just cooked it until it became nice and golden. Oh, and I used 4 cloves of garlic, but this is like to taste pretty much. You can do 4 cloves of garlic and then add it in slowly to your mixture. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add the cauliflower into my mason jar, because if you guys didn't know, most mason jars, hold on baby. Most mason jars, you could actually put the bottom of your blender, the part with the blades in there, and just blend it up like that. And you don't even have to dirty your whole blender. And then you can store whatever you blended in that same thing that you used to blend it up with. Alright guys, so I'm back from blending this stuff up, and I had to add half a tablespoon of water and about 2 more tablespoons of oil, the oil that I did the garlic in, because it just wouldn't blend. Maybe my blender is just kind of like crummy or whatever, but either way, you want it to have this texture. So it's more like this sauce is like a spread. You know what? It's almost like the consistency of hummus. So that's kind of the consistency you're looking for. I mean, you can make it more runny, you can make it thicker. It's really a personal choice. But if you want it to like stay on your burger, you want it to be, you know, a good consistency. You don't want it slipping and sliding all over the place. Alright guys, so moving on to our burgers. So I'm making some black bean rice burgers. So these are going to be very simple, because I usually like to make my burgers like super flavorful and packed with a bunch of stuff. But since these are going to be accompanied by our garlic sauce, which packs a huge tasteful punch, I decided to keep these nice and simple. So these are going to be a black bean and rice patty. You can use quinoa instead of rice, or brown rice, whatever you choose. So what you're going to be needing is 3/4 of a cup of rice or quinoa. I'm using instant rice because, as you guys know, I am a lazy cook. I like things simple. And then I'm also using a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, pepper, and cumin. And I'm going to be using 2 cans of rinsed and drained black beans and 3 green onions. I'm only using like the tops of the green onions. You see my little green onion garden back there, because I want them to keep growing. But if you're using, I'm using 4 of those. But if you're using like the whole green onion, you can use 2. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add all of our ingredients, well, except for 1 can of beans that I've left out, because we're going to go ahead and add that once everything is mixed in here. Alright guys, so now that I have all of this nice and blended or pureed or mashed or whatever you want to call it, I'm going to go ahead and put this into a mixing bowl. You want to keep tasting your food along the way. Make sure that you don't need any extra salt or pepper or anything like that. I'm going to add a little tiny bit of pepper. Then I'm going to go ahead and add in the rest of our beans, and this is the other can of beans that were set aside, just to give it like a little texture. So our whole beans are going to give our burger texture, because you don't want a mushy all around burger, because that's just not pleasant. And then you're going to have the mashed beans in there, and that is going to serve as like a binder. Alright, so this is my least favorite part, because I don't like to put my hands in food, but you're just going to go ahead and grab just like a little handful, and you're going to start making it into a ball, and then slowly start flattening it while going around kind of like in a circle and using your thumb to kind of hold everything together. Because these burgers, as you guys know, if you've made like a veggie burger or a bean burger before, they can fall apart if you're too rough with them. So I like to make mines like pretty flat, because sometimes I get greedy and I decide to put 2 in 1 bun. So yeah, I'm making it about the size of my palm, and it's pretty thin, as you can see. And these are gonna yield, I don't want to say exactly that they're gonna make, here's one that I already kind of made. I don't want to say like exactly 6 or exactly 8, but it's around 6 or 8 depending on how big you make these. You know what I love about veggie burgers or bean burgers? You can eat them while you're cooking them because it's already cooked and you're not risking getting like salmonella or E. coli or whatever, any kind of food poisoning, because it's all cooked and plant-based. Alright guys, so I managed to get 8 burgers. Sometimes I get really ambitious and only get 6 because I make them too big, but I'm going to go ahead and set them in the oven and I will show you what it looks like when it comes out. Alright guys, so I went ahead and took them out of the oven, and if you see like some little beans kind of popping up, looking a little dry, that's completely normal. That's just what happens when you bake them. But the other side, I'm going to show you one. The other side looks perfectly fine. I flipped them over so you can see it's really hot, so I'm going to put it down. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and turn this into the beautiful burger sandwich that has always been meant to be. So let's go ahead and construct this bad boy. So for this, I'm going to be obviously using our garlic sauce. I'm going to be using sriracha ketchup. You could use regular ketchup. I was just inspired to use sriracha ketchup because the day that I had what I was inspired by to make this, I used sriracha ketchup. I'm using a tomato, some iceberg lettuce, and 2 pickles. You can add whatever you want, take out whatever you want. It really is up to you, whatever you want to add on here. So I'm going to go ahead and just put our garlic sauce on the burger. Next, I'm going to go ahead and put my sriracha ketchup, but you can use just ketchup on my bun. This is just a personal preference. I would totally just use ketchup if that's all I had. And I like messy sandwiches and just like sloppiness in my food, so I like to add a lot of different sauces and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and add, I'm just going to do 1 pickle. I'm just filling 1 pickle right now. And then I'm just going to put my tomato, and I'm going to add my lettuce. And this is where I start singing because I get happy because it looks delicious. Yum. Alright guys, so right now I'm showing you half a burger because this burger is so good that I dug into it before I even did the outro. I completely forgot that I had to do an outro, and I was like, oh, it's so good, and I started eating it, and I'm like, oh my god, I forgot to make an outro. Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and click on one of these videos if you guys like. Also give this video a big old thumbs up if you liked it. And I will talk to you guys very soon. Bye!